The police state ends with me. We've made it one more day. Today I'm going to explain how the current person holding the Ward 4 Bartlesville City Council seat is involved in this. Remember, this person was appointed to the City Council and, to my knowledge, has never run against another candidate and appears not to want to either. Shortly after my home was raided by the Bartlesville police, I posted about it on Facebook. I then received the following Facebook message from the Ward 4 Bartlesville City Council member. Never before had any contact with this person. This is what was written to me. Hey Mark, I'm the City Council Ward 4 representative. I saw your post just now and I'm so amped because I've been trying to get in touch with you. Right after I took office, I saw a handout that you were interested in running for Ward 4. I was immediately disappointed because I would have loved to give the seat to someone who really wanted it. Anyway, I read your post about your encounters with the police and other crazy occurrences, and I'd love to meet with you about it. Would you be willing to meet me for coffee sometime? I'd love to hear you recap everything in person. Hope to hear from you soon, Mark. I'd have to say it seems odd for someone that holds a city council position to say, I would love to give you the seat. I would love to give the seat to someone who really wants it. I would say that that's odd, but you can decide if that is strange or not. I ended up having a 1-hour phone meeting with this person, and I explained all that had occurred, and I received no follow-up on it. What this shows is that this person was well aware of me running against them for city council. This person is employed by the other worldwide employer in Bartlesville, a large oil company. It's a very small town. There are two very large worldwide employers, one the hospital and one an oil company. And while I'm not saying that this person, this city council member, did anything more than dirty politics, speaking poorly about a political competitor, this person sits on a local music festival auxiliary board, and guess who sits on the board of directors of the same music festival? A high-ranking executive at Jane Phillips Medical Center. They all know each other, they rub elbows together, they sit on the same boards, and they all hold a lot of power. It appears this is how the information was handed along, and once it reached Jane Phillips Medical Center about me running for city council, with the two worldwide large employers in town, one my former employer that sits in Ward 4, where I was running for city council, and the other large employer that actually employs the person that currently holds the city council position and never ran against anyone but was simply appointed. You can see where this goes. Jane Phillips Medical Center snapped their fingers, and their minions and hired goons, the Bartlesville police, began investigating me for anything in December 2014. Then with my doctor's visit in February 2015, someone at Jane Phillips Medical Center handed the police an illegal tip that they must have thought they could really pin on me, drug use. And you know the rest. I won't go back over everything that I've already explained. Something that started out as dirty politics, but when you put all these highly paid, high-powered people working for enormous corporations in a town of some 36,000 people, that's how small this Bartlesville is, it only has 36,000 people in it, in a county, Washington County, Oklahoma, with only about 52,000 people, you get these employers and leaders of these corporations using the Bartlesville Police, District Attorney, and a kangaroo court with a rubber stamp judge to create such corruption that it can just squash the average citizen. Now, the average citizen would be me in this case, but let's not think I'm the only one facing such corruption around here or similar things like this happening around the country. When wealthy and powerful people get together with the same goal, they don't have to spell out what they want done. because they have the same goal. Jane Phillips Medical Center wanted me out of the running for city council, and the other large employer in town wanted their employee not to lose the city council seat. And from there, the Bartlesville police used every illegal tactic they could to make that happen. And they have succeeded and relish in continuing their wrath and destroying a life. Again, I want to point out what I'm going through is awful and completely unacceptable and unlivable, but I believe it is about 1% of what the minority folks and communities encounter from the corrupt police state. I don't know how you stand it. You're tougher than I am. I don't pretend that what I'm experiencing even remotely matches what minorities are going through in this police state. I feel for you, and I'm sorry for you to have to go through such an experience and such injustice. Excuse me. We have a rather short video today, I know, but I think I've touched on the subject that needed to be touched on. Dirty politics turning into corruption. And tomorrow we'll go into the civil rights that were violated. It'll be over several days, and I'll walk through, that's my plan anyway, is to walk through each of the civil rights that were breached against me and explain how and why they occurred. And then that's my plan for tomorrow. And with that said, I'll see you tomorrow.